Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very interesting device. As you can see, it's a carriage running along tubes in support of a camera, a small camera or a very expensive camera. This type of system could be used for shooting straight on, or it could be inverted to shoot underneath. Anyway, Mike and I have been developing this method over, I think, 3 generations now of mobile units. The first one was big, heavy, clunky, not too precise, but did the job. The second one was more precise and worked by rolling along an aluminum ladder, and the point of the aluminum ladder was that aluminum ladders were readily available, and they were available at different lengths. So you had a lot of versatility with that type of mobile unit. This, on the other hand, I think is our best achievement to date, because it's really a precision piece of equipment. This sort of thing is as good as anything you could find manufactured. As we roll it along, there's not a hiccup or interruption in the smooth performance.
Talk a little bit about the wheel system and how it rolls in the speed rail.
What's that?
Can you talk a little bit about the wheels and how it rolls in the speed rail?
Yeah, and the wheels are simply skateboard wheels. They're ball bearing, and by virtue of how they're angled by means of these 45-degree triangle brace brackets, they ride beautifully on the wheel. They need no adjusting, and as you roll them along, you don't feel any interruption whatsoever, which would mean you wouldn't get any kind of a bump or jump in a video production. It'd be just as smooth as could be. And I can't imagine any improvement on this design. It's simple, easy to build, built out of extremely durable materials. You could extend this whole pipe track if you wanted to with other straight lengths, or you could put curved lengths in if that were a requirement, because these wheel units are meant to swivel. Anyway.
Can you talk a little bit about the end pieces that we built?
The what?
The end pieces?
Oh, yeah. I guess the final note is another feature of the beautiful simplicity of this is that it was the track system was built out of commercially available pipe tracking systems, and the pipes are made out of aluminum, no rusting. They have these wonderful fittings where you can join them in any way you like, whether using elbows or T's. The fittings allow versatility in the width of the tracks. So if Mike were to come upon another tracking system that was either wider or narrower, they could easily be adjusted according to these set screws.
And then we've got the Big Ben clamps made by Matthews.
Yep.
That I picked up at Barbizon. They cost about $50 each. And it's got the, I don't know, junior pin, I guess. And that junior pin is going to go into 2 lowboy combo stands that I'm going to buy.
The stands, right. Very durable stands.
From American.
Stands are adjustable, I gather, in height?
Adjustable in height, so you can go as low as, maybe a few feet off the ground to as high as maybe, I don't know, 8 feet.
Wow.
So
Lots
it's very
of
versatile.
Versatility there, right.
Yeah.
So this is really a superior unit. Hard to imagine being able to make any improvements on this. It's
That-
ultimately simple.
Yep. And I think in materials, like we had a couple of the materials, but everything cost us about, I don't know, $300 or $400 total max,
Right.
including the speed rail, which
our
was
labor was for nothing.
right. We worked on
Which
this
is-
for about
which is
4
what we're
days.
worth.
Right.
Which is
So
what we're worth nothing. but anyway, the materials are very good. And it's only $300 or $400, which these days won't buy you much.
yeah. Can you just show us? Lastly, can you take the head off the platform so we can see the nice lathe job we did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So put a hand on the.
Alright, so there's a handle underneath. It clamps the whole assembly together. And I'll take this off.
Yeah.
Maybe
So that's what a 5/8 standard threaded
3/8.
3/8. Yeah.
3/8 standard. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Standard threaded screw.
Okay, so we take
And then
the head
we
off.
take the head off.
The O'Connor 1030 head.
Yep.
And
Here.
okay,
And
so-
also this collar, which enables a swivel, comes right off.
right. So this collar is actually a Mitchell to 100 millimeter bowl adapter that I got from the Dana Dolly company, and that just literally sits in
Precision fit
right.
into the recession. Beautiful fit.
So we used your lathe built in what
1860.
1860
Civil War vintage lathe
Yep.
to turn this.
And we did 2 passes on the lathe. There were more than 2 passes, but essentially 2 passes. One was the through hole in the center, and then the second one was the how would you describe this?
It's the larger concentric hole.
That doesn't go all the way
It
through.
doesn't go all the way through.
Yeah,
It's for locating the donut.
and that just sits in there. It's not
Yep.
even screwed in, and there's no play
So
at all.
once the clamping pressure is downward, this is a very sturdy unit.
Yeah, and then finally, just for added versatility,
These here,
we've added a through hole. What is that?
3/8.
3/8 through hole,
Mhm.
3/8 threaded, tapped,
Yep. Yep.
and quarter
Quarter
inch
inch.
tapped.
Tapped. Yep.
So basically, we totally, stole the Dana Dolly blueprints, and also blended it with another Dolly system out there called the Woody Dolly, that rental shop in LA called Wooden Nickel. This guy, the owner of that, has been manufacturing his own dollies similar to these, basically what you would call a speed rail dolly system. And yeah, there you have it. That's the prototype.
Terrific unit.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Yep. Terrific
and-
unit. It's amazing what a nice motion this is. Without a little hiccup of a bump or anything, it just smooth as could be, like floating on air. And it would be an excellent base for any camera shot you could imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean you can throw a DSLR on this and be fine. You could also throw an Alexa on this and be fine. And I use this with my my Red camera.
This assembly would easily handle 300 or 400 pounds
Mm-hmm.
of weight. You could have a human being on a chair on this unit.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 300 or 400 pounds. Really, you could have some fat bastard on here, and it would slide without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And what's nice about the speed rail, this is schedule 40 aluminum, 1 1/4 inch.
It's a heavy walled aluminum tube.
And what's nice about that is that that's kind of a standard diameter. So I could also just run to Home Depot. Let's say I'm out in a shoot, and I can't bring the nice schedule 40 aluminum. I could just get some steel conduit. I think it costs $10 for a 10-foot piece. So for $20, you've got 10 feet of speed rail, and
And also,
you're good to go.
Also, with any commercially made track, you could simply take this off and plop it down on anybody else's system.
Right. As long as either it's the same diameter, or hopefully any good speed rail system, I think will have adjustability.
And there's some adjustment
feature.
here, so you can accommodate different sliding systems.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, thank you,
Is that
Dad,
what you want from me?
Yep. Thank you
All
for
right.
helping me for the past 4 days on this,
Good.
and I will put it to good use.
Lied sufficiently in your behalf, and we'll let it go at that. All right.
All right.
See you later.